Who will be the next president of the United States of America? It's not going to be Hillary Clinton and it's not going to be Trump. I keep telling you, Trump was only selected as a comic relief, a diversion, somebody that can take the attention off of what's really going on. If you focus on Trump and then also Hillary too, as her being a female and people worried about the first female becoming a president, you see, that has your full attention. Meanwhile, things that's behind the scene, that's going on behind your back, you can't see. You can't figure it out because you're staring these two in the eye because you can see nothing else. You understand? A person that hasn't experienced anything, like some of you have and I have, and a person that hasn't been aware of anything, they would fall for this. They would say, it's going to be either Trump or Hillary. I don't know. Just pick one, but it can't be anybody else because nobody else is running. But you have to understand, things have been done before that was totally out of character for the norm. You understand? What is the norm? The norm is only two candidates. And there could be no other candidate. There could be a possibility of no one else actually becoming the president but Hillary or Trump. I'm here to tell you now that neither one of them will be president. And I want you to understand the vice president, that's vice president right now currently, is going to be president of the United States. They are grooming him right now. Now, I could be wrong. And it could be somebody else that just walks on the scene. But I guarantee you it's not going to be Trump. I know that much. And I really don't really feel that it's going to be Hillary either because Bill Clinton. That would mean he would be back in the saddle again. Now some people say, no, not this time. It would be Hillary. Come on, man. In her debate, she made it clear that when her husband was president, he listened to her. You understand? As far as ideas and everything else. So then why wouldn't she listen to him? I mean, it goes hand in hand. She almost told you, hey, listen, we listen to each other. We give each other ideas. That's normal right there. That's common sense. Everybody should know that. They don't want Clinton back in that presidency. So to avoid having him even make any decisions about anything, they would have to keep him out. And the only way to keep him out is to keep Hillary out. You understand? Trump, there's no way they would let Trump in because we would be at war the next day, the very next day. As soon as he was ushered in, I guarantee you we would be at war. So that's not going to happen. So then the only other choice that I see, you might see something different. It might be somebody else different. But I noticed one thing. This vice president hasn't been in the limelight. Nobody's talking about him. It's like everybody has forgotten about him. You kind of think about him every now and then, but you can barely remember how he looks. And this is on purpose. They kept him out of the limelight for one reason, to have him groomed. I'm still a believer that they picked the president themselves. There's a lot of other believers out there that believe the same thing. I also believe that they do this 2 years prior to this show that they put on. The election is nothing but a show. And it's for all of us so that we can believe that, hey, we taking a part in this. We are a part of this. It's the people, right? It's democracy, right? Nah, it never has been. Democracy is an illusion. And I'm here to tell you right now. So you can go and tell everybody what I said, or you could not because you don't believe it. But when it happens, you're going to remember what I told you. And you're going to remember my name, the keyboard musician, and you're going to say, he was right. Wow. I mean, who would have thought? But it's common sense, though. This is what I really think is going on concerning having the right president in there. Now, it might not be right for us. It's going to be right for whoever selected him. You understand? This president is going to be a wartime president because we are at the brink of war. You understand? I mean, even if, not even concerning Trump, if he got in or got out, we still are going to war because it's things that happen behind the scenes that we don't even know about. They tell us that, well, this country is mad because of so-and-so, and this country is mad because of so-and-so. But it's not even that at all. If you could actually really talk to some of those officials in these countries, they would tell you the truth. And they would tell you that, wait a minute, the reason why we are angry and at a disagreement is something entirely different from what you heard from your own president, from your own government. They are lying to you. They try to keep communication between countries at a limit. I'm going to prove it to you right now. YouTube puts bans on a lot of videos that come from overseas. You understand? In case you hadn't noticed, you don't see a lot of videos that comes from other countries. Have you ever wondered why? Have you ever even thought about that? When's the last time you actually viewed a video and you couldn't understand the language? When's the last time you viewed a video that was coming from Iran or Iraq? It doesn't happen. It won't happen. Now, I guarantee you some people are going to say, oh, I see all kinds of videos every day. I'm talking about the real ones. I'm not talking about people pretending to be from that area. I'm talking about the real ones that when you happen to come across these videos, like a certain link that somebody might happen to have, and you try to actually click on that link and it goes nowhere. Or it'll go to a message saying you're not allowed to watch this video. They keep communication between the countries limited so that we can't know the truth. This is why they monitor YouTube 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. A lot of times they will put these videos up and sometimes they'll slip through. I've actually seen one or two that somebody else actually copied, you understand? And they would have it up for maybe 30 minutes, maybe even an hour. But I guarantee you, not past 60 minutes. And then it's taken down. And they don't give a reason. It's not copyright infringement. It's not this. It's not that. They just took it down because they said it's banned. This is how I know that, first of all, that information, they did not want you to hear that. This is why they monitor every video that's uploaded on every channel. And that would be impossible to do, to have one person do that, or even 20 or 30 or 100 people to do that. Because it's a million videos that's being uploaded to YouTube on a daily basis. What they have is a software that's linked to every channel and certain keywords that's said inside your video or certain things that you write in the title. This makes them go to stage 2 in the monitoring. Actually view your content and see if it's something that shouldn't be allowed. This is how it works. This is why I said the FBI has completely taken over YouTube now. Because it's a slew of videos that's coming in from all different countries. And they're trying to give us information, the truth. So maybe sometime when you have the time, actually try to go to YouTube and try to surf and see if you can find some of these videos. Or maybe go on other sites because, this is true what I'm saying. It's people that's just like us that actually try to communicate with us to tell us the truth. and they're being blocked. We're being blocked from our videos actually getting over to them. And as far as the presidency, man, you know, don't worry yourself about it. It's always been trickery inside this thing called the government. We have never had a say so ever. So you can't miss something that you're not used to in the first place. You understand? It's all a game. Whoever gets in there is by design. We have nothing to do with it. And things will go exactly how the elite want it to go. The government has always been its name. It's not the Illuminati, it's not this, it's not that. It's the plain old government. It always has been and always will be. The government put the Illuminati shit out there to confuse people, and they done a great job. They done a wonderful job because people are hooked up into this thing called the Illuminati and this and mathematics and I mean all these things that have never been proven ever, and people still wholeheartedly believe it, and it has never been proven, never, ever. I can tell you something. When you look at TV every day, you have a lot of different TVs in your house. You might have a TV in every room. If you don't have a big screen in every room, you have some type of TV in every room. Some in the basement, everywhere. And I'm telling you, this is old technology, by the way. They can actually see you and hear you through your television. They've been able to do this for a long time, and I keep telling people that over and over again. Some people don't believe it because it's just too shocking for them to actually grasp that reality that, hey, you know, somebody can actually be watching me while I watch TV. But if you really think about it, if you really, really take a moment to think about it, a TV in every room, that's like having a monitor in every room. They can see you wherever they need to see you at. Wherever you have a TV, wherever you have a device that they can hook on digital. Now, remember when cable actually transferred from analog to digital? They done this because the people that's monitoring certain people, and anybody and everybody for that matter, they wanted to have a clear picture. And that digital can actually access any smartphone, any smart TV, HD TV. I mean, it gave more access to even more devices. And I guarantee you, this technology will come to the world years to come in the future. And they'll announce it as something new and something great. It's always been, just like the internet. The internet was developed back in the 80s, man. But it didn't come out until the 90s. And people thought it was just this brand new thing that they came out with yesterday. And they just presented it today. No, it's been out. The military was using it a long time before they let it come out. The military has a lot to do with, you know, using this technology before the people actually see it, before the people can even use it and access it. And it's just been going on for a long time, man. But I just want to put it to rest that Trump is not going to be president. Hillary's not going to be president. You're not going to see the first woman president. I don't care what anybody says. You might want it, but it's not going to happen. What you're going to see is a wartime president that has already been groomed and ready for the job. And he is going to reveal himself very soon. This election won't happen. I'm telling you. Obama will stay in, and he will resign. Health reasons, some other reasons, whatever. It's going to make history. It's going to be on every TV news channel and probably the other channels. It's going to be history because he's going to resign. He's going to make that grand announcement and say, you know, I got health problems or I just want to spend time with my family. I want to resign. And of course, this is all part of the plan for the vice president to just walk into that position. I'm telling you, it's coming. And after Trump loses and Hillary is not allowed in,